Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today it is Clear Views Ahead, essential window wisdom for homeowners. We're going to be talking about windows, ladies and gentlemen. So please tune in on Instagram at Hugo4Long and Foster to join the chat conversation that we have over there. The QR code on your screen is for the YouTube channel. If you want to see a little bit more high definition footage, we are going to be live on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, LinkedIn, X, as well as twitch.com, and like I said, Instagram as well. So please join us on your platform of choice. It is always a pleasure to see all of you. And as always, I am your realtor Hugo with another live. So thank you to all of you that have tuned in and are participating. Thank you to everyone that shares the live, that likes the live, that engages with the live. I really do appreciate all of you. I was having a conversation with Instagram about that, about why I do this. More than anything else, it's for the end consumer, it's for the end user, it's for the person that doesn't have someone to talk to, doesn't have someone to confide in, and doesn't feel comfortable really being open and vulnerable with someone that they don't know about their finances or about maybe getting started in real estate. It's really tough to talk to people about what you don't know sometimes. So sometimes these videos serve a little bit more as a daily addition, daily supplement to your general real estate knowledge. And believe me, before you know it, 365 pieces of knowledge really do amount to a lot. So I hope you are all doing well. I am Hugo Quintanilla, your international local Maryland realtor. I've had some very particular people bring that to my attention about the nuances of what I'm trying to label that as. So, thank you all for your input. I wish I could tell you exactly how I feel about it, but we will leave that for another discussion. At any rate, today we're talking about windows and seeing things clearly. So I appreciate all of you again tuning in. This is your space to learn a little bit more about real estate, 15 to 20 minutes a day. So please leave your question, comment, feedback below and share the live with someone that you know. So let's get started today. Actually, before we get started, I wanted to talk about a program that I talked to Instagram about before we went live, was the Weatherization Assistance Program. And there are some key takeaways that I did want to talk to you about. And some of them were that Maryland's WAP assistance income eligible homeowners and renters gives them assistance to basically weatherize their homes. It reduces heating and cooling costs and addresses health and safety concerns in their homes. It serves services are prioritized to minimize energy consumption and future fuel cost impacts for low income families. Both homeowners and renters can apply for assistance. Eligible applicants include those meeting specific household income requirements with priority given to certain demographics. Services provided include energy audit inspections and various energy efficiency improvements. Interested individuals should contact their local weatherization agency, LWA, for more information. The program aims to improve energy efficiency and reduce environmental impact. Applicants must be submitted to apply for services. Applications must be submitted to apply for services, and services cover a range of improvements from insulation to furnace maintenance. The program emphasizes the importance of verifying eligibility and taking steps to improve home energy efficiency. So definitely check it out. It is part of Maryland programs that are available. So another reason why you should come to Maryland. Sorry, I'm having a little bit of trouble. Have a little bit of a sinus headache, so it's kind of making me a little wonky right now when I'm reading this. At any rate, it is a great program to think about and incorporate into maybe a potential budgeting option, especially as pricey as things might be getting. There could be great benefits here, so check it out. I did link the website earlier. I believe, the post before this, so go check it out. It's a few posts below, and let me know what you think. But for today, going back to Windows in particular, we are going to start with number one: assess the conditions. A lot of the first stuff that I'm going to suggest to you is going to be more on along the lines of first getting familiarized with what a window is. It's can get pretty complicated and pricey. Really, windows are the first line of defense, and first entry point into your home. Really, they're one of the most overlooked entry points because people don't really think about them until they need repair, and it can really be a big source of energy loss through these planes that might be broken or might be um, damaged. It really can hurt the end consumer and really become expensive, not just on the day to day, but on the year to year. So assess the condition, regular inspections of your windows for signs of wear and tear, damage, or drafts. And there are a few different tricks you can do where you can kind of put, like, some tape and lay some stuff down, and then put some a little bit of water with some soap, and see if any bubbles show up. You could also do a few different things when it comes to having a company come out and set up a plan for that type of inspection. And again, working with the WAP programs, though those types of programs would help you with something like that. I believe there was even a program that's free of charge for qualifying applicants. Number two: energy efficiency. Consider upgrading to energy efficient windows to save on heating and cooling costs. Number three: window types. Understand the different types of windows available, such as single hinge, double hinge, casement, or sliding windows, and choose the best option for your needs. It really is a learning process. You can go to Home Depot, check them out in person, see what they all do, how they function. More than anything, you're going to be talking about different styles and mechanisms of use, how easy they are to clean. Look at that. Look at screens, what type of screens they use and how costly they might be. There are certain situations where the windows will not be able to be changed by the user, by the owner. They'll have to be changed by the HOA, maybe even the condo association. So you might have to put in an order for those. That can be quite an extensive process. It could take several months, or really longer than usual to get it done. So the sooner that you feel that there is a problem with the windows, I would contact someone about it, making sure that you are keeping in mind some of the other things we talk about at the end, like budget and DIY projects versus professional repairs. Another thing that you want to think about, number four: materials. Decide on the materials for your windows, such as wood, vinyl, aluminum, or fiberglass, based on the durability, maintenance requirement, and aesthetics. Depending on what type of community you live in, that could also impact what you can choose from. So make sure that you're doing your due diligence and seeing what choices you have available, one, and two, are permitted to actually use and it fit within your budget. Number five: window treatments. Explore various window treatments like blinds, curtains, or shutters to enhance privacy, insulation, and aesthetics. There are tons of little tips and tricks if you scroll online to see what is available and what people are doing for window treatments that are not very costly. So it can really be a great way to add extra privacy and, again, insulating better from the hot days, and also keeping the inside warmer from drafts. Okay, and number six: Professional inspections. Schedule regular inspections by a professional to identify any issues early and prevent costly repairs or replacements. Having that partnership again with your working professionals like handyman or service people is a great way to make sure that you're doing this due diligence on a consistent basis and on a hopefully less costly basis because you're being preventive or over reactive. Of course, as things can always break, but they can be prevented if you see something ahead of time. That's really what the goal is, and you might even be able to get better prices too, maybe even better service. You never know. Number seven, DIY projects versus professional repairs. Determine if the repairs are suitable for DIY or require professional assistance to ensure safety and quality craftsmanship. This is one of those stages where I will definitely say that it's almost always preferable that you do go through a professional service just because you can document it a little bit better than you could with something that you do on your own. But there are certain projects, and this is why I left this in here, is that you can do on your own, like a privacy, sort of um cover, doing like a visor or a shield with different window pane covers. You could do something like that, sticking different things that are very cost effective and easy to stick on and off. You could also do different types of treatments. Get very creative when it comes to what you want to put into your windows and designing them. You can get all these crafty little ideas like growing plants in window sills. That could also be another thing too. So it really comes up to what it is that you want to do and how mm, confident you feel in your DIY. Most people, when it comes to windows, they don't want to risk it, so they usually go with a professional repair, but budget for it because a window can be very costly. Again, there are things that happen that just are out of your control, so try to mitigate those things by inspecting the outside of your home, looking at trees, looking at branches, looking on things that might be falling, just making sure that you're doing your due diligence with that, because a little bit of prevention every year, every 3 months, every 4 months can really save you a big headache. Number eight, maintenance tips. Learn how to properly maintain your windows, including cleaning, lubricating hardware, and sealing gaps to prolong their lifespan. In most of our homes, a lot of the stuff that is available to us, we actually don't know. So, don't know how to use it, don't know how to, properly take care of it. So if you are in the position to replace anything, make sure you're holding on to the documentation. Make sure you know the documentation. Make sure you implement it. You invested. Make sure you're getting the most out of this home. That's what it's about. And number nine, building codes. Familiarize yourself with local building codes and regulations regarding window installations or replacements to ensure compliance. Local building codes are a little bit far reaching when it comes to what you should know. Hire a professional. And again, this is why I always defer to hiring a professional for a job like this, just because there's so much that could go wrong when it comes to playing around with structural things like windows and frames. So it's not the end all be all. Like it's not going to fall apart if you take out your window, but we don't want a poorly installed window because it causes flexing, breaking, drafts. It could cause a whole series of other problems that we could never even account for, and that's what we don't want. We want to mitigate problems and be able to bank on good expectations. Number 10, last one for the night, budgeting. Plan and budget for window updates or repairs, considering factors like material costs, labor fees, and any additional expenses for customization or permits. It's all the little costs that you never think of. That's why I always tell you save about maybe 10 to 20% more than you think you're going to need, because undoubtedly there's always a little bit more expense and a little bit longer time. So budget about 20% more expense money and about probably, I'd say, 30% more time. And you'll give yourself a good leeway of where to go. Of course, it's going to be tight. It's always tight, when things go down to the wire. But what are you going to do? The task is to complete the mission. So If you're just joining us today, we were talking about clear views ahead, essential window wisdom for homeowners, just a few tips to talk about when it comes to windows and window treatments, and just a few things to think about. We talked about the WAP, the Weatherization Assistance Program from Maryland. Check it out. It's a program that helps lower income families get help and assistance weatherizing and making their properties energy efficient, and therefore cost efficient. So check it out. It's a great program. The 10 things homeowners should know about updating or repairing their homes. Number one, assess the condition. Number two, make sure they're taking into consideration energy efficiency. Number three, understanding the window types that they own. Number four, understanding the materials that they'll need for the windows that they own. Number five, understanding window treatments that they'll like to have once they've installed the windows. And number six, professional inspections. Deciding whether or not to do it on a yearly basis or develop a relationship that's a little bit more close with a professional window company. Number seven, decide whether the project is a DIY small, project, or you feel confident enough in doing versus a professional repair that might be a little bit more expensive. Number eight, maintain maintenance tips that could help in the homeownership process, and that kind of talks a little bit more about making sure that you know how your windows work, how to clean your windows, and making sure they stay clean, lubricating the hinges and the hardware, and taking all the actual practical aspects of owning the windows into consideration. Understand the building codes for your windows and what type of windows that you need for your home. And number 10, understanding the budget that you would need to own, or more than anything, repair the homes. You always want to have a little bit of extra money for a window. I remember when I was growing up, we unfortunately broke a window playing ball in the street, back in the day when we used to play ball in the street. And you had to pay for it. I know back in the day it was a couple $100. Now it's a few more than that. But times, don't change that much. Things change, but not. Well, what is it? Things change, but things stay the same. So I hope you all got something from this today. I am Hugo Quintanilla, your local realtor licensed with Long and Foster, North Potomac, Rockville. My phone number is 240-389-4846. My email is hugo@lnf.com, and my website is yourrealtorhugo.com. So check it out. Join me. I have a few new things that are going to be coming up on the website pretty soon, so I'll let you all know when those come up, probably in the next couple of days or so. And yeah, thank you all for tuning in. I will see you all again tomorrow. Um, ah, just feels good to do this. I appreciate you guys. And I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Have a great night. And thank you again for participating. I really can't thank you enough. Take care. Bye.